Mr. Mogotsi, I think Honorable James has asked you this, but maybe let me be more direct. Who are you here to protect? Just about everybody who's come is here to protect one person or the other. So having listened to all of the testimonies, who do you think is lying in your version?
Lying in which? Lying to who?
Well, we've had two different sides of, what seems to be going on in SAPS. You are at the center of it. So do you agree with, the allegations that have been made by General Mkhwanazi? Do you agree with Minister Senzo Mnu's version? Who are you here to protect and support?
Yeah, it's not about protection. And I believe who alleges must prove. And I believe General Mkhwanazi will still appear and bring evidence. The same in Madlanga, I'll be applying for his cross-examination. So he must prove. I did not know on the side of Minister Senzo Mkhunu, I hear they're talking about the PKTT, which is an administrative matter that I cannot comment about. It is those in authority who will know the decision was appropriate or not. But in relation to being part of the cartels and all these things, it's not true. I know it's not true.
Okay. Do you appreciate that Minister Munu is accused of being part of the cartel or disbanding the PKTT, everything that is alleged against him because of you?
No, I don't appreciate it. It cannot be because of me. I did not write this letter.
No, it is said that you were the go-between between Minister Munu and Kat Matlala.
If Kat Matlala and myself, including Minister Senzo Mkhunu, were somehow in cahoots, the minister wouldn't have insisted on the review and subsequently have the contract terminated.
Yes, that's the contract, but then the PKTT, you apparently have been pushing that the PKTT must be disbanded because it's bothering your friend that you're investigating, Mr. Matlala.
No. And those, it's so important that irrespective of who is involved in what, if even today, I believe if Kat Matlala has a case to answer, he must answer for it. There was no way I could say he must not answer. But in this, I can say a PKTT should be disbanded for Kat Matlala. But in case you ask me, do I think the disbandment of PKTT was somehow appropriate or relevant? I'll say yes.
No, I didn't ask you that, but I'll come back to that. Now, this agent story, in your mind, was it really the most plausible explanation you could? A narrative that says you are a Concocting who goes around extorting people, you are leveraging your relationships, because there's absolutely nobody in the intelligence community who doesn't know where Musanda and what Musanda is. Why did you have to make up stories about being an agent?
I did not make up a story.
You said on the 5th, I'm assuming, before the 5th of July, you called the president to intervene the day before General Khumalo was arrested. You're shaking your head. You said it.
Not calling, I sent the message.
Okay.
Yes.
For him to intervene. That was your word, right?
In January and 2024.
Okay. How did you expect the president to intervene?
He would have employed his advisors or whoever and meet with the Minister Senzo Mkhunu or whichever way he could. And I believe he would have had maybe both sides of the story, even though the commission is now and the committee is currently doing that now.
Okay, now you're saying we're currently doing that now. And you've been saying here each time you want to hit back at the members that there's a truth that the committee is not going to get to, that there's action that you expect this committee, Madlanga and the president to take. What action is this and what truth do you think we're not getting to?
I'm not the only witness who came here. and the committee decide to focus on the personal issues about the witness. Even in Madlanga, when Major General Sinona spoke about the meeting between, the same applied to Paul O'Sullivan. For sitting here, let's say now.
Mr. Mogotsi, you're on the platform. I'm allowing you now, instead of explaining what was wrong, tell us what it is that you think we are not getting. You've already said we're concentrating on people. So what do you think we should know? And what is this action that you think we should be taking?
You should interrogate the evidence that is provided.
Okay, fine. I thought that was what the members were doing, but let me try. So you've been very concerned about being called a liar. In fact, the first time you mentioned professional liar was when you said the Madlanga Commission had called you a liar. So help us understand so that we don't come to a conclusion that you're lying. In your evidence, you go to a lot of detail about Prince Simagade Kazwilitin and his role and Richards Bay and so forth. Are you aware that the Zulu royal family has distanced themselves from your testimony and they're saying that these are wild conspiracy theories?
I'm not aware.
Okay. Are you aware that Prince Thokozani Zulu, who's the brother of Prince Magade and also the spokesperson of the royal family, says your allegations are surprising and completely false, and that Princess Magade has never opened a case against Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi like you claimed?
Yeah, but if there's a case number here, it can be verified. I cannot lie when there's a case number.
Okay. On paragraph 27, you say Senior Prince Willie Zulu traveled to Gauteng where you hosted them. Royal family has again distanced themselves from this, saying that you have offered them no information, confidential or otherwise, nor have they received any financial, logistical, or any kind of support from Mr. Mogotsi. And again, I assume you want us to accept your version. So can you prove to us that you indeed hosted Prince Willie Zulu?
Oh, and thank you for that one. In fact, the evidence leader asked me, how did we host the people? Not that we paid for their accommodation or any other thing. It was for their safety. When they came that time, I can't remember which paragraph is that. When they came, we ensured that they get to a place where it was safe. And we got the police in uniform to come and help them open the case, not to host them financially or to give them food. No, probably I did not.
They've said you've never given them any kind of support. So should we take it that it's the royal family that's lying in this case?
No, but I have the person and the contact number. I cannot say royal family is lying unless the person who came.
Okay.
Is not telling.
Now you said you obtained information that King Misuzulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi are CIA spies. Where did you get that information?
It is from the same statement that we wrote from the same case number I'm referring to.
Where did you get the information?
The statement which he wrote on the A1.
The one that the prince says he didn't write.
The one that he sent. Yes.
And you are saying he wrote. Oh, I see. Now you said that the Western interests that they were protecting was securing supply of coal to Israel. How was the supply of coal to Israel threatened?
It was during the time of the ICJ case when, no, that's the view when we are discussing with handlers that because of the case in the International Criminal Court, the CIA was threatened that South Africa may even stop the supply of coal. Okay,
so you're not quite sure how it was threatened. You assume it may have been threatened. Now, what role do King Misuzulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi play in the supply of coal?
According to when the case was open, they felt, like I said, even the Chinese, they wanted to contract the Chinese there. And
King Misuzulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, what is their role? Are they coal suppliers? So what role do they play?
General Mkhwanazi, according to those in the Nongoma side, they arrested them because they wanted to contract the Chinese people in the space.
They arrest who?
They were those people who opened the case. The
Prince Magade.
And Zulu. I'm talking of Prince Magade Zulu. His aide came and whoever he was with.
So they're protecting the supply of coal to Israel by arresting Princess Magade Zulu.
No, because he wanted to bring a Chinese company to be responsible for that distribution.
Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi,
No, the royal, those
King Misuzulu.
And as they alleges, it is now General Mkhwanazi who's working with King Misuzulu to stop them from appointing this Chinese person.
Does that make sense to you, Mr. Mogotsi?
The two rivals in the royal family, they're fighting. Now, these ones, the rival feels that General Mkhwanazi, King Misuzulu is probably benefiting from this.
So the CIA agents are bringing Chinese to take coal to
Not
Israel.
The CIA, the Chinese were brought by this Misuzulu, not Misuzulu, sorry, Smakati.
Okay, and then how then the general neutralized this opposition? Who are these members of the royal family that that General Mkhwanazi killed?
Not killed.
No, your statement says murdered. Murdered is killed.
In my statement?
Yes, it's in your statement.
No, it must be attempted, probably.
It's in your statement, sir. I will help you just now with the statement. Paragraph 26. In the execution of his mandate of the CIA, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on numerous occasions sent members of the PKTT to intimidate, harass, and attempt to murder members of the royal family. Who are these people?
Attempt. That is according to the case that was opened. They opened an attempted case made out.
Okay, the case, I think you are the only person who knows it because the royal family has distanced themselves, right? But let's move.
Chairperson, may I request that in those submissions, I should rather get you more information on this.
It's not a problem.
Yes.
Now, let's go to you and Minister Munu. Minister Munu defines you as his comrade. Can you just elaborate on how you came to know Mr. Munu, Minister Munu?
During those, including 2016-17 campaign, that's when I started talking, but I knew him before, just as a comrade.
What happened? How did you meet him?
During the campaigns.
And you just became tight with him?
No, we are not tight. We were, because I was, like I told you, I was doing most of the branding and distributing. We also went to, when was that place in not Mpangen, it's Tulundi. Sometimes we're distributing flyers there. And then we went with this other comrade.
You were distributing flyers with Minister Mkhwanazi?
No, we went to Kokstad. That's where I think Minister Mkhwanazi was the time. But we had not ever been tight. And during CR17, as I was branding and everything, I used to go to every rally, in particular where he was also attending.
Do you know Minister Mkhwanazi, or you just see Minister Mkhwanazi as a comrade? Do you know him? Do you have a relationship with Minister Mkhwanazi?
That's a comrade. I've emphasized that.
So you went around.
Can we pause there, Honorable Sangoni? Honorable Nomvalo?
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Mr. Mogotsi, do I understand you to be wanting to link the current power struggle in the Zulu Royal House with your allegations that you are making about the current king and General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi?
No, I'm not linking the power struggle. I'm only referring to a case. That's why I'm requesting perhaps there should be even 7 days deadline, that I should make sure that I get you the relevant information, including recent statements that I can obtain for what these people have alleged.
Yeah, no, this question follows the responses that you have been giving to Honorable Sangoni, and also what you have written in your statement on paragraph 25, wherein you are saying Prince Magate is currently involved in litigation contesting the Zulu kingdomship of King Misuzulu. So I'm trying to establish a nexus. How is this relevant to your allegations? Magate fighting for power in a court of law and the allegations that you have made about General Mkhwanazi and King Misuzulu being spies. So how does this feature in your allegation?
I don't get your point, Honorable Member. We are saying,
Beg your pardon?
I don't understand the question, Honorable.
No, the question.
You are saying, I'm bringing this,
You are bringing a court case,
all right?
yes, championed by Prince Magate against His Majesty. Within the allegations that you are making against King Misuzulu and General Mkhwanazi. Now, I'm asking the relevance of this litigation in your allegations because it is within the same paragraph
That's correct.
of your allegations.
That's correct.
So I'm trying to establish nexus. Do you intend to say here this court case is also related to your allegations about?
No.
So how does it feature?
Remember, I'm trying to show that the same two people are having a court litigation.
Which people?
King Misuzulu and Prince Magate.
And so what?
No, is to say the difference is not only in the issue of the Richards Bay. They also have their differences.
So?
Must be noted that they also have the difference.
For what?
Because he's the one who opened the case and made those allegations somehow.
No, but how is it related to the allegations you are making here against King Misuzulu and General Mkhwanazi?
No, you see, the fact that we don't have the statement which was written, where the author of the statement is saying because he has a problem with the brother, General Mkhwanazi is being used to attack them. That is the whole thing about it.
No. I don't think you hear what you are saying. I don't think you hear.
Okay. I don't think he's going to hear. You have asked many times. Let's also give Honorable Malema.
Thanks, Chair. No, you can't say we must give you a time frame to bring that evidence against King Misuzulu and General, because Honorable says you're making allegations, but you can't show us any direction of what informs this. You say it's in the statement.
That's correct.
Yes. You did not bring the statement.
No, I did not bring the statement.
How did you obtain the statement?
The statement is not obtained by me. Remember, I said I can never obtain statement. Even that section 252 which was operationalized, there must be a member.
How did you get the statement for you to use it in this committee as an authority? How did you get it?
No, the statement was written and I was there and I know the allegations.
You've got the copy of the statement.
No, I don't have the copy of the
So how are you going to give it to us?
No, I'll have to get people to go and get the statement. They have to go and fetch it. If need be, they'll obtain your statement.
So why do you want to bring the statement? Because when you went to Kenya to investigate these things, why are you not giving us your findings?
No, the person I met there is still going to respond.
Or you are still investigating the king?
No, he said he was going to respond and was going to come back to us, but he had those suspicions. That's how I responded.
Thank you. Honorable Sangweni, please proceed.
Thank you. In your response just now to Honorable Malema, you said the statement, you were there when it was written, so you were with Prince Magate.
Not Prince Magate.
But you said Prince Magate opened the case.
No, I
Yes,
said,
Mr.
Command, Honorable Member. Prince Magate, he sent Prince Zulu and the aide, there were two when they came.
So who opened the case? It's not Prince Magate, like you said.
It's Prince Zulu.
Okay, let's move. By the way, do you know that General Mkhwanazi was very, very unhappy about the Richards Bay deployment? In fact, he went so far as accusing the presidency of interference. Now, how does that align with your view that he was neutralizing the opposition, to use your words?
If it's true he was not happy, it means I'm wrong. if it's true he was not happy with the president. But I believe that, as you have said in the committee, and that I'm central to this thing, it's incumbent upon me to go ensure that I gather this information as soon as possible.
Your information is a bit dodgy, Mr. Mogotsi. So General Mkhwanazi alleges that you have access to highly classified and confidential intelligence information. Do you have security clearance, Mr. Mogotsi?
Why don't I?
You testify that you sent a picture to Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, which shows a picture from a presentation from Crime Intelligence, where you said Lieutenant General Kumalo is pushing a narrative that he's involved in cash transit heists. How did you access this information, and were you permitted to have access to this information?
No, the source gave it to someone, and it came to me also through my.
But you've been telling us the whole day here about classified information, so you don't have security clearance. How do you get access to classified information?
Now, the people who are sending to me, they'll have to answer if that is, because all I can tell you, the picture of Crime Intelligence, it cannot be, for example, like the proof of payment for the properties that may be classified. And the picture of a presentation.
You know it's against the law to have classified information when you do not, you are not entitled to such.
Yes, I had.
Okay. All right, let's move. So you say on paragraph 44 of your statement that the letter addressed to General Masemula by Minister Munu, inter alia disbanding the PKTT, was leaked on social media on 1st January 2025, and that through that social media leak, it came to my attention. Is that correct? Am I quoting you correctly?
That's correct.
So you only became aware of the letter on the 1st of January 2025 on social media?
That's correct.
Now, in the WhatsApp conversations that were downloaded from Mr. Matlala's phone before the disbandment letter, you sent a message to Mr. Matlala on the 31st of December. If you look at your bundle, it's BM 718, page 56. In this message that you're sending to Mr. Matlala, you say D-Day, and that Mr. Matlala should stand back. What did you mean by D-Day on 31st December 2024?
That is answered by the messages came before that one. Because if you check the message underneath, he said, stand back, I don't understand what you mean. Then I said, for your safety and your business. Now, if you check where I started, I'm worried, my brother, the same page. And then he said, about what? That's when we started talking about.
Mr. Mogotsi, what is D-Day?
For the there's the message I shared to Kate Matlala that that day was the day, because we were saying the PKTT was coming to his house, and I said, well, just that I cannot remember this.
Let me assist you, Mr. Mogotsi. 31st of December 2024, you say D-Day. Is it because you were expecting the minister to issue the directive on that day?
No.
So what is D-Day?
I need to show you something, Honorable Man. That let me say that won't change my contribution towards this. I made a conscious decision, and I'm not backing down. Whatever help the minister needs from my side, I'll be happy to assist. I just don't need to fight a losing battle. But here I said I was worried about his business, because we heard that the PKTT was coming. The D-Day was
You
that.
know that Minister
No, I didn't know.
was.
No.
So what did you mean by D-Day?
I was saying they were going to go to remember.
Just drag a little bit your mic towards me, on my direction. Yeah.
Sorry. Honorable Chair, I just need a second here so that I can remember. because maybe I must check this in my phone. I said, I'm worried. Now I'm worried, my brother. And he said, about what? And I said, today is a GD on the other side. I think you should also stand back. That's me. Stand that back. I don't understand. Okay? For your safety and business. That's what I was talking about. Because there was information that they were going to go to his house and they're going to arrest him again. That's why I was saying I was worried about his house. The D-Day was about the payment of, that is why I say 25% outstanding issues. Now this again, today is a D-Day on the other side.
Okay,
Outstanding-
let's move, Mr. Mkhwanazi, because you're making this D-Day to be many things.
No,
I'm putting it to you that you knew that the directive is going out that day, and you were warning, or at least you were celebrating with Mr. Matlala that today is the day.
No, Chairperson, I remembered. I'm saying the D-Day was the D-Day for the payment. That's why I say outstanding issues. Now this is again, today is a D-Day on the other side. I never said any other thing. I remembered
Which other side?
for the payment of the accommodation. That was the 30, if you check.
And that's why he should stand back.
No, that's, these are
Mr.
two
Mkhwanazi, I'm
messages.
going to ask you a number of questions around this, and I'm running out of time, so please work with me. Now, this is the 31st of January 2025 at 13:51, New Year's Day. You informed Mr. Matlala that you'd be meeting with Minister Munu and General Sibia. Good day, I've arranged a meeting for Sibia and the minister must have a solution. What was the solution you were seeking to find there?
That is the message that I sent to, it was not about, what's the message about? I just have too many things in my mind. But the message I sent to Ket Matlala.
Okay, you've forgotten that one again. Let's move. Same day on the 1st of January, 22:58. This is the only message that you've disclosed. You sent a message to Mr. Matlala saying the task team that came to your house and harassed you has been dissolved. Now, according to your version, this is because you found the leaked letter. Now, if I put it to you that the letter was not leaked on the 1st of January, it was leaked on the 2nd of January, how would you explain this message?
It was leaked on the 2nd of January.
Yes. On social media, it first appeared on the 2nd of January, not the 1st of January.
No, I don't know how. Maybe I got it on the 1st of January. But
Where did you get it from?
from the social media.
Where? Social
I
media.
think from one WhatsApp group or something. But you know what's important now, Chair? Honorable member has been asking me questions and unprepared on the side of this thing. This thing is very blurry. I can't see. I need, this should be emphasized because where I spoke about the outstanding issues, now this again, today is a D-Day on the other side. I also think you must stand back. The other side, it was for the payment of the accommodation. If you check going forward, and then he said, worried about what? That's when I said about, I'm worried about your business. And now you must, we must just fight what come your way. I never, this was talking about them going to his house. The next part, it talks about if I help him, how he'll contribute and all those things. Now, if you continue checking the message, you'll realize that he then paid. We managed to push only. When these messages are very blurry, I wish Chair could find maybe 5 times, 5 minutes that I can open this from my phone. Because these are very blurry and this is a very important part that must be explained. Because I know that I was talking about the payment. One of the messages will show that by the 31st, we must have paid the accommodation.
Okay, let's assume we go with your version, Mr. Mogotsi, because I'm running out of time. So you say D-Day, today is D-Day, and then you say you must stand back for your business and your life, or whatever words you use. If he hadn't paid this money for this January 8th thing, his business and his life or whatever was in trouble.
No. That was, you see, those are 2 messages. If you check on page 50, that's what now shows that he'll pay. He paid, there's a proof of payment of 38,000. And if you look at the compensation, it will show he must have paid by the 31st.
Mr.
And then when
Mogotsi,
you go to this particular part, there's something and when I said I was worried about him, about his business and himself, that was when we had an information that the same PKTT was going to go back to his house because
okay,
remember-
Mr.
Yes.
Mogotsi, you are neither a member of the PKTT nor part of criminal intelligence. Nobody has ever testified here that the PKTT was going back on the 31st. So please don't try and mislead us here. I just want to ask in the last couple of minutes that I have, in the evidence that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi put before us, he says in your conversations with Minister Munu, you planned to meet with Lieutenant General Sibia and Chief of Staff Nkabinde to discuss the finalization of Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi matters. What were those matters that needed to be finalized?
This was the time when Lieutenant Sibia and Lieutenant and Cedric Nkabinde felt that they must meet together with General Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi for peace sake, just to address issues that were outstanding. Because I remember that.
And where did you enter there?
I don't understand when you say.
Like, what is your role? Why would you be so concerned on finalizing matters relating to two SAPS generals? You are not a SAPS general.
Yes, but it's a similar thing. You once heard General Mkhwanazi saying he asked the minister that I must come to a meeting. It's when you are able to see the concern that certain things must be addressed.
Okay, but now we're coming full circle, and I think it is the point that the members were raising here about how you seems to have infiltrated the system. You are at the center of all of this. You said you were doing all of this because this man you're supposedly investigating was supposed to trust you and everything else, right? You ingrain yourself in matters of the SAPS. What do you have to say about the role that you've played to bring all of us here?
It's not me who brought everyone here, Honorable Member.
Who is it?
It is General Mkhwanazi who alleged that there is a big five and together with General Khumalo. It's not me.
We've got messages where you're discussing political killing task teams. You are going around, going to be putting together generals. The trail goes back to you. You are at the center of having brought Minister Munu, Matlala, General Sibia together. Do you have anything to say? I suppose I should phrase it like that about your role in this.
I believe that's the message which Mr. Mkhwanazi never received.
Which one?
The one you are referring to.
He never received it.
No.
What do you mean?
That was the message which I sent to Kat when he insisted he wanted to meet with the minister. And I then manufactured the message to show Kat that the meeting will take place. And if you check correctly, because it was that close, I can't check the period. If honorable member can show me where, yeah, there we go. Good day, I've arranged a meeting between the minister to have a solution. And this message is never reached. I never involved Minister Senzomkhulu. It was a message that I made to manage Matlala because it was clear that Kat Matlala must never meet with the minister.
Okay, I'm going to ask you my final question because I think I give up. Did you ever promise Mr. Matlala that you would get the PKTT disbanded?
I didn't even know it could be disbanded. I didn't know if there's any way. I thought it's a formal structure. I didn't know where it came from and where it could be disbanded. I never promised him such. The important thing that is very crucial about the questions that you have just asked, like I said, it's unusual for me to sit the whole day, one get exhausted, but I remembered that the day to pay that payment was the 31st. And where I spoke about the meeting between Sibia and what was never a message, I concocted that message. I think it's in my Medlanga statement that the message, that's when Kat decided not to come to Cape Town because he realized that the meeting was not going to take place.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for the record so that as and when you answer, you know that you run the risk of perjuring yourself.
That's correct.
Whether you deny, you don't deny, I just wanted to put it on record that if you're lying, you are perjuring yourself. Did you discuss with General Sibia and Minister Munu the disbandment of the PKTT?
Never. And we never had a meeting, myself and General Sibia and Sezonto. It has never happened. I met General Sibia in Cape Town. The time when he said I left without paying a bill, that was the only time I met General Sibia.
Thank you. Chairperson, through you, in this 7 days of Mr. Mogotsi supplying evidence, I really want him to show us how he and he alone saw a social media leak on the 1st of January when everybody else saw it on the 2nd of January. Thank you, Chair. I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Sangoni. That's noted. Honorable Malema?
No, I want to understand, Mr. Mogotsi. What do you mean you did what to those messages to appear like they come from a minister?
See,
There's a word you used. What did you say?
yes. Those messages,
Being is said concocted.
yes, kind of,
Oh, you pretended like you are a minister.
no, as if I spoke to the minister.
Oh, you
Cat.
you were lying to him.
Yes, because
Yes.
it was
That's what you
agreed.
do. You lying to this guy.
No, yes, I lied to him, but it
Yeah.
was agreed I must manage him. He must never meet the minister. And if you check, immediately, we even spoke about the house in Kems Bay, where I asked him. He never availed the house because he learned that the minister was not available. That's when he decided that he was no more
He
coming.
never gave you the house in Camps Bay because he realized you are lying.
Probably yes.
Yes.
But what I just told you about the messages, in whatever submission I'm requesting, I can show even you most of the messages which were submitted to be coming from Cat were done the same way.
Yeah, I think the reason why Honorable Malema is saying because he realized you are lying is because Mr. Matlala himself, before this committee said, he regards you as a con artist,
Yes, he said so.
an extortionist,
Yes, he said so.
who does nothing but to extort and drain him of his monetary resource.
No, remember Cat in prison, he learned on TV that he didn't know, he thought he was going to meet the minister. He learned on TV when I was speaking that I was managing him, he was never going to meet the